Travis Frederick had been injured, but we got Joe Looney who played all season. So what do you think about him? And let us know in the comments. Give us a grade for Joe Looney.
Joe Looney was a monster this year. Joe Looney was a godsend. We saw how he was a backup the year before, how he backed up at the guard position. And, you know, people were like, what about Joe Looney? We keep on keeping him on the roster. Everybody really remember Joe Looney when he did the Zeke thing with the 21 with the big belly. That's how everybody really knew Joe Looney before his really play did the talking on the field. Travis Frederick goes out with that disease that knocked him out the whole season. Joe Looney comes in. I was like frustrated. I was like, oh, man, what are we going to do? That's all we need. One of the rocks on the offensive line. He comes right in and plays 16 games, starts all 16, only had one sack given up the whole year from a backup, and played the center position. You got to make all the line calls. You basically have to be the guy that controls everything. And for what he did this year was amazing to me. 4 penalties, all 4 were holding calls. You can kind of see it when maybe you're helping, or you had to help the rookie. You get what I'm saying? Because he was right next to you on your left side. So concerning what Joe Looney did coming in out of nowhere, from a backup to a starter at the center position, one of the most critical positions on the line, keeping everything together, only giving up 1 sack. I'm going to have to give Joe Looney a B+. I want to give him an A, but, you know, you still had them holding calls. We still had a little problems, you know, with some defensive tackles kind of late in the season. But as a whole, coming in the way he did, B+ in my eyes. So let me give him that good B, and I'll give you the plus right there in my eyes right there. B+ for Joe Looney.
He's a good locker room guy as well.
Great locker room guy. Great locker room guy.
He's got that personality, brings the energy. Let me read through some comments and see what some people had to say about Joe Looney. Nathaniel gives him a B+. I'm looking at Facebook Live comments. We're also live on YouTube right now. Eddie Woodcock, my guy Eddie Stats, says he'll be at the Combine Saturday morning.
Cool.
Hey, Eddie, if we're there, maybe we can link up.
Yes.
And talk some football. And I know you got a lot of things going on, too. Big shout-out to Eddie Woodcock there in the comments. Marcus Smith, what's going on? Lee Johnson gives a B for Looney. Stephen Arthur says a B. So everybody on page with you. Jamal Anderson, B+. Danny says needs improvement, B-. Marcus, B+. Chris, B+. So a lot of people right there in that B- to B+ range. So overall, that's a great season for Joe Looney.
Yeah, awesome season. Like I said, he was a godsend because when we heard the news that Travis Frederick was going to be out, I was like, man, who's going to do this? I thought Looney could play, but I didn't think he would do this year. And he's, like I said, like you said as well, he's a great locker room guy, funny guy, keeps everybody loose in the locker room, and that's what you kind of need. You got those guys that are leaders in the team that keep it serious, but then you got those guys like DeMarcus Lawrence that keeps you laughing, and you also got guys on the offensive end like Joe Looney. Gives great interviews. Law actually interviewed him. Voch interviewed him when they were at the Cowboys experience. He gave them a great interview. Super funny guy, and I hope that we can continue to keep him on the roster, and we'll see what happens next year as far as if he's going to be starting or not.